Okay. Alright. Getting there, everyone. Just getting there. Okay. Set this over here. Shit. Okay. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Oh crap, I almost forgot something. Sorry. I'll get... Forgot to drop the pings here. Just to make sure people see. I am on. I keep forgetting. Because... Okay. Just gotta... Alright, so we got that. Okay, hold on. Oops. Okay, could have been a little bit, cleaner with that, but alright, so, hello everyone, it's me, Varia the ViridianGhost. Thank you for coming to my stream today. I hope you're all doing alright. I'll be drawing another piece of my jellyfish character, so finally getting to the kind of art that I was, planning for this dude, because, you know, I kept kind of mentioning Frutiger Aero here and there. And basically, this is I mean, it's not perfect. I still had to kind of push it out, but yeah, I got something out. So let's just go ahead and hop over to the art screen. So I managed to get something of a final sketch done, but of course I want to continue working on the waves right here. So it's supposed to look like the waves of the sea from below. And it's not really all that great right now, so it is something that I'll have to fix, basically. But, you know, I got most of the actual figure here done, so I'll probably hide this for now. Oh, and I did forget one thing, so it's supposed to have kind of these spur-looking things coming from his waist. So I should go ahead and fix this real quick. But yeah, so yeah, I wish I got the sketch done earlier, but you know what? It's not the worst place. It could be a lot worse. At least I managed to get something done on Thursday night. So it turned out that I was wrong about the time that the birthday party would be. So I thought it would be thought it would have been on Wednesday, but turned out that we were celebrating it on Thursday, so I probably should have asked about that before, you know, everything. But yeah, we ended up going to my grandma's on yesterday night, and it was pretty nice. She liked her gift, which is cool. But yeah, and then I kind of just went home and hung out in a couple of people's streams, so basically said hi for maybe an hour. And then started working on my piece. And it basically got a rough sketch done. And then this morning I worked on the final sketch, and yeah, we're here now. So, and unfortunately I couldn't finish the entire final sketch, but I got far enough where it's not really a problem, so I managed to figure the face out. It's at an angle that I'm not normally comfortable, excuse me, working in, but I think it came out alright. Of course I could probably add the other eyebrow here. Okay. So. But yeah, you know, sometimes you just gotta work at a different angle. You know, I noticed that a lot of the time I will actually do a couple of art pieces that are drawn in the same angle, and I feel a little bit awkward about that. And then I switch up the angle, and then I'm stuck at that angle for another few art pieces, and it's just it's a bit weird. But yeah, so hopefully this angle sticks out properly. So it probably will, since I really don't like drawing faces from looking from above. Not only is it that the case, but it's actually an upside down face too. So, you know, it'll definitely have to stick out. But yeah, so right now I'm just kind of thickening up some of the lines. Yeah, thickening up the lining for the parts of the body, because with this final sketch I usually like to add more, or kind of build in some of the darker shadows, because I usually will blend together everything. So yeah, that's what I'm currently trying to do. But yeah, I got to show off some of my bulbs yesterday, and I showed her that art piece I did of the most recent art piece I did of my jelly. You know, I'm thinking of calling him Flo, so just because I need a name for him. Like, technically he doesn't remember his name, so I guess I do have to come up with a true name for him too, but yeah, it kind of just exists. That's kind of his story right now. Lost in the tide, essentially. But yeah, I think his unofficial name will be Flo. So I don't got a lot of characters with the simple names or names that start with F, so yeah. Okay. And probably just clean up some of these tentacles too. One of the more difficult parts, obviously. But yeah, I'm also adding some shadows to the bends. You know, I finally did try reading that one book that I have about the rendering and stuff, and I felt very dumb when I was reading it, because I think I forgot what a lot of the terms mean. So I think I'm gonna have to really just like get off the computer at some point after stream and just kind of just read through it properly, like read through more of the book as well, just to get more of a refresher and all that. But yeah. Honestly, my sleep schedule has been so wrecked that I just need to I just haven't been able to do anything productive. Managed to sleep at a somewhat more normal time last night though. So there's that. Okay. Also, right now I think I need to just try to think about the neck here. Okay. You know, right now I don't want to go too hard with any of the face shadows, just because it's as I said before, it's a tricky angle, so I should probably keep it a little bit simple for myself. Okay. And yeah, let's get these spurs too. I'm gonna try and do cleaner shading again, so kind of like what I did last week, or last Tuesday, sorry. Probably won't be perfect either, because... oh my god. Holy... sorry. I scrolled on the brush options. Okay. Had to fix the stabilization. Set it back to 0. Okay. But yeah, maybe this is okay for now, so... probably a good time to just, like, fill in the back area here, so... right now I'm gonna start putting in the base. Well, first I should name the lining layer, so... final sketch. And honestly, may as well just go ahead and, Control-C. You know, just, copy it ahead of time, because I usually just fuse the 2 layers. Actually, I'll probably use the copy for the, you know, for the, sorry, still can't speak. But basically, I want to use the copy for the great merging rather than the original, just probably because it looks a bit nicer. But yeah, I usually just merge the original. Doesn't really matter that much as long as I have a copy, though. This is the wrong one. Okay. So yeah. Also probably need to be a little bit careful about the thinner line art, but honestly it might actually might not be too much of a problem. So yeah, I just gotta be careful, keep the silhouette in a decent shape, and that should be good. Okay. Okay. Anyways, just okay. Just clicking over that because there's a little bit of roughness there. Okay. And going in as far as the bell here, just because I think it'll be a bit easier for yours truly. So on a side note, apparently they have a live now kind of function on Blue Sky, so I just happened to learn about it last night. I don't know, I think I might have like killed the pop-up button originally when I saw it, because I tend to just like, I was probably just busy, so I didn't really look at the new update, but yeah, it's kind of, might be nice. Not really what we were asking for, but you know. But yeah. Okay. So I'm just trying to clean up the, trying to clean up the corners just so it kind of, you know, we don't get too many crunchies or anything. I guess normally with my method, crunchies aren't like the worst thing in the world, because I usually just blend out everything, but still maybe a little bit frustrating. Honestly, it's more of a big issue with the cleaner style. Oops. Okay. Hold on a second. Is the time lapse still working? Because I'm trying to save a time lapse for this piece. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, it's checked. Cool. Yeah, admittedly, when I started it, I didn't really record the actual time lapse, so I was like, oh, good. But I think at some point in the earlier sketch, I managed to remember it, so. Because I figure I can do like a YouTube video based on this. You know, just like save some footage for YouTube. because I still need to think about that. Yeah, so gotta remind myself that when February rolls around, I'm gonna need to like look into how to use DaVinci, because I have the program downloaded, but you know, I haven't really used it. I kind of tried to use it to kind of clip off the end of a vlog, because I didn't realize you can just use YouTube editor to kind of like clip it off. So the thing is, I kind of have I've had issues with copyrighted music in the vlogs here and there. Most of the time it would actually come from the tail end of my stream, like after I raid people, because it would save their... I think with how I do audio, it would actually like save their music. So it's like... Uh-oh. But yeah, it would be a problem for me, because then there's an issue of potentially being blocked in like various countries. But yeah, I had a vlog that was like real. I was like, I guess ticked off some like major music label. So it's like, oh no. So yeah, I kind of had to deal with that. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this one by hand because I kind of like the sharpness. Okay. So I'll get this. Okay, and I just kind of erase it so it looks a bit cleaner. And yeah, I think I already said that I try to keep it clean to prevent crunchies, basically. Okay. Oh god, this guy's so detailed. Oops. Okay. It's not even like his actual design is that detailed, it's just like all the tentacles and the oral arms, whatever you call them. Yeah, actually, they're just oral arms. I was actually going to give this dude like actual tentacles as a part of his design too, because usually the tentacles, they come off the bell of the jellyfish. So he had like kind of these shorter tentacles, but there's just like too much detail for me to work with. Too much detail. But yeah, I was actually part of the original sketch of the last artwork I did. Fun fact. Might have seen it. Especially on Blue Sky. Okay. So let's round off the corners. Okay. Okay, sorry. I think I actually moved a lot faster with these tentacles than I thought I would. Kinda nice. Sorry. Just trying to make a decision. I might make the tip here a bit wider, like this sketch here. Okay. Yeah, honestly, this lighter sketch isn't... Now that I'm doing it, it's not really a challenge at all. It's easier, probably easier than thick lines. Of course, the thick lines were kind of nice when I was blending things out. I think if I'm just careful with it, it should be okay. But yeah, I was like really feeling that piece from last stream. That was a fun one. Even if the tentacles were killing me, or the arms were killing me. Yeah, I guess the details, that was, wasn't quite feeling that one as much, but, you know, it was okay. But yeah, I actually, hung out in someone's, Discord chat and was just kind of working on it. Just kind of like vibing on my own. Okay. So we got like these lower parts. So let's get to the head now. Also, I think the background for him is going to be quite a bit. Going to be lighter. And that kind of jumping to kind of shows the difference, or shows the transparency quite a bit more. Like it kind of looks like his hair is like really dark here. Kind of want to mess around with that when I make this the area right behind him lighter. I feel like I'm not making a lot of sense. I just think it would be cool to show it off. Okay. But yeah, it's just me. That's just my opinion, you know? Okay. Alright. Okay, so I'm just gonna get the ears here. So another art piece that I was thinking of is probably just kind of themed around like fragrances and maybe memory in a way. No idea of how I'm gonna do that, but I'm also thinking like it'd be cool to work with some level of transparency there too. Yeah, now I'm like in the mood to do like studies with like transparent objects. You know, when I try to reread my book, maybe I can like look online and see if there's any like challenges or anything based on that. Okay. Maybe kind of fun. Ah, shoot. Okay. You know what, the line here isn't looking too bad outside of the bottom here, so... Nope, that's too far. Okay, basically I was gonna just erase it like that. Cool. I can probably go a bit wider on this end, of course, but yeah. Oops. It's not the G pen. I usually like to use the G pen for making the base, because it's, you know, hard. And it got the stabilization kind of basically ramped up to almost 100. So it's easy, pretty easy to get smooth lines when you cheat. Okay. But yeah. So let's do this. Nope. Smooth. Okay. And clean this up. Alright, let's... Oh, I just noticed I haven't gotten the leg slash whatever this thing is. Probably should have checked this part out when I was looking up jellyfish parts. I just needed to make sure that the bell is actually called the bell. I mean, the YouTube video I watched for information, that I know it called them that, but it never hurts to, you know, look at multiple sources. Okay. Now is it ready? Nope. I see an issue. Oh yeah, I see a good few issues actually. So let's erase. So, boop. Just kind of... I think in order to remain consistent, I'm just gonna go over it like this. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna clean this up real quick. Probably doesn't need to be like this perfect, but better safe than sorry. I'm just kind of cutting open a hole for the paint tool. Just kind of round off the corners. Okay, and now I think we're ready. Boop. Yep. Okay, just gonna check things out. Oh. Crunchy. Crunchy. Okay. I don't know if you guys can even see the crunchies. Man. Oh, and there's a big one right there. Okay. Ooh. Sorry, I need to stretch. Oh my god. Okay. Phew. Alright. Also, I'm not really sure how crazy I am about that green, so I'm just gonna turn him, make him bluer. So, just change the color of the base layer, if you would. Okay. Maybe bring back a little bit of the original color. Actually, I'm gonna make this grayer. Oh, no, it's too dark. Okay. So lighten it back up. Okay, that's good. Yeah, okay, that's fine for the base. So let's return to the sketch back here. So yeah, the bottom here is actually supposed to be lighter, and then it turns darker in the on the top. Also, there's an ad coming in about 5 minutes, so just a fair warning. Okay. So I'm going to actually raise the sketch to full opacity. And I'm actually going to look at a reference real quick for the top of the sea. Or ocean waves from above, so. Because I actually really struggle with this kind of look, basically. Yeah, admittedly, I know that this kind of stuff is very much a test of your understanding of light. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. This is like visual chaos. Okay. Also, sorry, it's just a phone alert. I don't know what I'm doing. Waves underwater view. Yeah, this looks absolutely insane. You guys can't see it, but I'm just trying to... Yeah, I'll just show you what I'm looking at. Maybe. Yep, okay. Yeah, I'm looking at some like pretty crazy references here. But it's kind of hard to figure out what I want. I guess this is something closer to what I was thinking of right here. Gonna check these out. Not sure if these are entirely real, but see, soft light, stock photo, picture and royalty free. Okay, maybe I can have this be the reference. So it's just gonna check blue sky. Sorry, I forgot you guys could see my screen. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, back to the art. Just wanted to show you the reference photos I was trying to look through, but figured I'd try to clean up my page just a wee bit. Okay, so yeah, where's... Ah, shit. It took me to a redirect, notice. Just open the image in a new thing. Yes. Okay. But yeah. Okay, I'm also gonna look at this one too. Good lord, I am confused. I am confused. Yeah, I just don't know if these wave parts should be lighter or if the light should be lighter. I might actually make these wave parts darker anyways, so just to kind of follow what I was doing. But yeah. Okay. Let's try to get this done. Going to make the light part more of a bluish color. And I want the back area to be, of course, be quite a bit darker. And you know what? Let's set it as a gradient. So you're going. Actually, I think I should make these shades a little more maritime-like. It's a little too soft for me. Okay. Now let's see. That's the opposite way. But yeah, I was trying to make it clean. Also kind of want it to be... kind of want it to do it like this. So let's compare it to this. Okay, I think the darkness could be a... I'm going to come in with the airbrush now and set it to the soft version. Just kind of alter the look of the gradient just a bit. Also just take this. Okay. Of course, take this color. So yeah. Not entirely sure where I'm going with this. I'll be real with you guys. So the light part isn't actually supposed to be the surface, but it kind of is made to resemble the surface in a way. Okay, I'm going to need to get that saturation layer too. So it's like, by the way, the saturation layer is basically yeah, it's like basically a layer that lets me turn the rest of the image here kind of a gray color. Okay. So that kind of lets me check the values, basically. Oops. So anyways, I'm going to make this slightly transparent so I know what this is supposed to look like. And of course I do want this these wave parts to be a bit thinner looking. Okay, and I guess I should just let myself get a little bit lost in the process here. So over here. I feel like I should have grabbed more reference images. I'm going to be real with you guys. But at the same time, I could just like look at my chat from my phone. That's why I kind of made sure to set it here. So yeah, I have the phone a little bit closer to my face today. And I just remember that's because I wanted to look away from OBS a bit more, but yeah. I mean, some of you guys are stuck behind the ad wall anyways, so. Let's make another Google search. I'm gonna look up Frutiger Aero, see. Spell that, C, yep. Okay. Definitely like some crazy images on here. Okay. Yep, just get some inspiration. Okay, are you guys back or not? In less than a minute. Okay. Just gonna sharpen this up here. Oops. Okay, I should probably, yeah, I'm definitely trying to be better about turning the canvas. Kind of lets me, make cleaner lines. Also, welcome back, everybody. I hope the ads weren't too bad. I have just been, Googling a few more references while you were away. But yes, I'm just trying to... I'm working on... Yeah, I forgot when you guys left, but I'm just kind of working on this, so... Didn't really miss all that much. Okay, let's reset our angle and reflip the canvas. I think I got the main part dealt with, or marked out, I should say. Let's connect these two lines. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to try and sort of like blend these lines down, so but also like keep the top parts sharper, so yeah. Okay. I think I need to... Oh god. Are you serious right now? God dang it. So, turns out it's not on a separate layer. Shit. Well, I guess we're freestyling this a little bit. Merge down. Okay. Well, didn't want to do that. Okay. Just gonna push a bunch of colors into that corner there. Okay. Alright. Okay. But yeah, hopefully this turns out. Oops. Okay, let's turn the canvas again real quick. Try to clean up this line. Yeah, maybe in Mermaid I can like practice these types of waves a lot more. Probably will have to, because we're doing Mermaid. I think I mentioned it earlier, but I was kind of in a merman mood again. Of course, I technically am doing a merman, but just more of the usual flavor that I like to mess with. So I think some of you guys know that I kind of prefer the more basic variation of the merman, with just the fishtail and stuff. But yeah. Okay. Oh, it's not. Sorry, I was wondering why this wasn't like blending out, but it's because I was set to like the blank color, so it doesn't really blend when you have it as in the blank mode. So you kind of have to choose one of the colors. Of course, this it does take quite a lot of pen pressure, so to actually get it to show up, or the color to show up, so it's not like a big deal or anything. But yeah. Okay. And it gotta, since things ended up being merged together, I had to be careful about the edge of the canvas, or it can like kind of pull in the background, I guess. Of course, it's not really a big issue at the moment. Okay. But yeah. Flip. Yeah, this corner's gonna be an issue. Okay, maybe not. Okay. Oh, hey there, Paulette. Thank you for the lurk. Okay. All right. So I guess it isn't like the worst looking right now. Just need to blend it out still. Even more blending. How about I'm going to work with, actually push this out. So I'm using the wet bleed blender, which is different than what I was using. So I was using the smooth watercolor a bit earlier, but yeah, sometimes wet bleed blender is a bit better for pushing the colors around. Okay. Okay. So zoom out. And I think that might be a good base for the waves, maybe. Try to... So there's also just a random light thing right here. And I kind of want to include that. So... hopefully this time I remember to have it on a separate layer for the time being. So right now this background is quite simple. Not really sure what this is meant to represent, but you know, for the composition. Okay. For the composition! Okay. But yeah, I'll add more detail later. I just need I need the base. Okay, but so anyways, I do kind of want to make this more of a turquoise color, I'll be honest. So I'm going to set a color layer down here. Just kind of brushing in. Doing it manually. To kind of ruin the clean vibes, I guess. Okay. You know, a little bit of texture can't hurt, you know? Okay. So let's get the dry gouache, and I'm just erasing some of the blue. Like maybe bigger patches of it. Okay. Especially in the lower area. And let's get back to the smooth watercolor and start blending all this out. Okay. You know, I feel like this shade is a little bit closer. Of course, I gotta lower the saturation. But yeah, it definitely does feel a lot more of a oceany. So merge down. Okay. So I think the background is probably okay for the time being, as I said before. Okay. But yeah, so one thing I must confess is that I do wish it was a little bit more complicated. But I'll just leave that for future birding. Oops, that's not. Okay, so I'm going to make a clipping mask for the base layer. And should probably open up the concept sketch I did for my Jellyfish Man. So instead of looking it up with the actual search bar, oh, there he is. Honestly, it wasn't too much of a hassle. I don't know, I might feel like it might be better to jump between my two OG images. Of course, maybe it's okay for the more opaque parts. Okay. Alright. So I just gotta remember which parts are the transparent, which parts are opaque. Okay. Alright. First gotta have this part be a bit lighter because of the face. Okay. Just gonna do this. Do. Sorry, I might be a little bit quiet because I gotta use my head. Gotta use my head today. Okay. And may as well go down here too, so yeah. Spread this color upwards a bit. No, I guess it is upwards. Was about to correct myself only to realize I was correct the first time. Okay. Yeah, just gonna... Of course, gotta jump between my different images. Okay. But yes, this entire... or almost this entire tail should be the white color. And probably mix a little bit of the ocean colors into it later on, just because to make it look slightly transparent. Okay. Just make sure I'm not getting too far into any of the spur thingies. I feel like spurs are probably the best term I can come up with for the jellyfish, or for like what these things are on the end. So they're not like claws or anything. They're just probably a form of tentacle or form of oral arm, like these right here. But yeah, it's I think I talked about it last stream, but this guy's kind of a fusion of different jellyfish, different traits that I thought looked cool, basically. Okay. Okay, just gonna check the stream. Okay. It's just me. Probably. Okay. Dang it. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Do. So I'm just gonna paint around the spurs, or like the thingies here, the thingamabobs. Okay. Okay. So just try to go over here. Okay, too far. So the shoulder ends here. Oh, I got a text message. It's probably just a spam. Yeah, it's spam. Sorry, hold on. Oh, damn. Sorry. It's like... yeah, that's probably why no one comes to my streams. Apparently they're having a major discount, or there's a big clearance event right now, so it's like a... Uh-oh. Okay, I guess maybe I can like check it out later. But yeah, obviously I can't do it right now. I don't know, maybe I'll just like pop on during a break, who knows? Yeah, basically when you... Try not to take too much time away from you guys. Okay. Okay. But yeah, I'm almost, I'm getting there with filling up this, filling these details in. Okay. Okay. Shoot, hold on. I filled this little area in, but this is actually supposed to be a gap, so... Oh, let's fix that real quick. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Wanted the blank color, so basically a eraser. Uh-oh. Okay. Sorry, someone got banned. Hopefully it was just a bot. It's not letting me look. Let me try to check on the... Oops. Stream manager isn't open either. Shut up. Okay. Sorry, I was running a smidge late today. Was a whole minute late. Can you believe that? Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna let me check the moderation. Sorry, just trying to check this. Moderation, please. Yeah, yes, moderate my own channel. Sorry. Okay. Okay, yeah, they're probably a bot. Okay, sorry. Kind of went full on distracted. Also, yeah, so. Sorry, like my very, quote unquote professional streamer. I make a whole 2 cents every stream. Okay. But yeah, alright. I think it was just a bot, so. Sorry, I feel anxious whenever it seems like a potential normal person got banned, but yeah. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and get back to the work. So I gotta get these ears colored in real quick, and then I'll get on with the other stuff. Okay, I was supposed to use the G pen, not the G pen, my usual brush. Okay. Anyways, let's do this. Okay. Just kind of fill this in. And I think that's most of the like white parts here, so I'm gonna go down and take care of the neck, so yoink. Okay. And this line right above that, that's just meant to mark the edge, because it's not like perfectly flat or anything, so just like where the shading would probably go. Shading / lighting. Okay. Gotta be a bit careful around the chin right here. Also, I should go to YouTube real quick, and because I know this stream is going to, or in the last couple of songs. So you guys get to music. Okay. Oh my god, my browser is a mess right now. It's too many tabs. Too many tabs. Okay, and get back to OBS, so I don't have to look at my... I try to look away from the view counter, so... I usually have... OBS usually has most of the functions anyway, or gives me most of the alerts that I need. It's not really the end of the world. Okay. Yeah, let's just go ahead and fill this in. Okay. So looking very cute, very, very cute. Let's get the spirit color real quick. Yeah, for the bottom. Then I'm probably going to start working on these tentacles. Then after that, we can do the shading and all the fun stuff. Okay. Okay, just kind of fill that in. Do, 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 do. She'll fill it in. Yeah, his eyes are also supposed to be pink. Alright. So just gotta... Of course the tentacles are gonna be a lot messier, so... Forgot what the base color is. Shoot. Of course I think the base is supposed to be a little more this bluish purple color, and of course the upper part is the purpley color. It's not like the details on the current right here are perfect anyways, you know? So probably shouldn't stress too much. I mean, stress a little bit, of course, but not completely. Okay. Still got the harder parts coming anyways. Okay. So I got these. And I want to push the blue further up on the tentacles that are further behind, because they're just not quite as visible. Or they look shorter because they're further away, basically. Usual perspective stuff. But yeah. Just gotta push the blue up further. Probably do the same for these ones over here. Okay. 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 So gotta carefully apply it here. So since the clipping mask kind of covers the entire bill, that's why I'm trying to be... That's why I can't really be as messy as I was up here, so... You guys can probably tell, but yeah, I just thought I'd mention it. Okay, let's do the same here. Okay, I can probably move it up a touch. Same with the one over here, actually. Just move it up slightly. Of course, I'm gonna it's supposed to be a gradient, so I gotta blend it out. But yeah, just gonna come in with this. Okay. So I gotta do it like this. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So just do do. Okay. Yeah, my favorite part of this design. I mean, I do like how they look. It's just very stressful. Okay. Yeah, I was crying to myself slightly because of these tentacles last Tuesday night, post-stream. Because I had to, like, clean up the edges. You know, these, like, had to clean up these light blue parts. And then I had to come back again with the line art. So it's, like, yeah, a lot of stress. Okay. Anyways. So gotta get the purple up here. Hmm. Gotta clean this up here. Or fill it in. Not even clean up, just get in there. Okay. Gotta do the... Of course, gotta be careful with the edge one. Sorry if you don't want to hear me sing. Okay, don't want these two to match perfectly. So I'm gonna have the one that's further back a bit, have the blue go down further. Okay. Okay, sorry. I was wondering if I should reference my lighting book, see if that gives me any tips. I kind of wonder if I should make the bottom of the bell lighter or not. Or just make it like a clean refraction. Yeah, as I said before, I gotta take some time to just like study it slowly and properly. Okay, so time for the gradient. So I'm just going to lower the opacity of this real quick. And I'll be blending it out later on, so yeah, that's kind of the plan basically. It's nothing complicated. Nothing complicated at all. Okay. 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 So just gotta blend it out. Okay, so the thing is, I'm kind of contemplating if I should fill in these head tentacles or do the bell first, because I know I need to I'll be needing to clean it up a bit later. Okay, let me just get my book real quick, because I know I'm gonna have to pick out these two colors through the color history. Okay. This stuff is confusing when you really look into it. Do. Because technically the bell, it's not really a semi-spear actually, it's just it's more of an umbrella shape. You know what, I'll make the top part. I'll make the top part darker, because I just think it's going to look more interesting that way. Even if it's wrong. Even if it's wrong. But yeah. Let's get going. Where is my pen? Where is my stylus? There's my lost my stylus. But yeah, as I said, even if it's incorrect, it should hopefully look more interesting. So let's mark out where I think the parts will come in. So, or at least where the gradient should probably hit. Back. What if I just made it kind of clean looking? Or like flat looking right now? Take this lighter blue. Okay. Oh, and I need to erase the opacity. Almost forgot. Oopsie. Okay. But yeah, right now I'm just throwing in the light blue. Okay. Oops. Try not to get too messy. Okay. But yeah, I'm just kind of filling in these thinner parts. Just gotta be careful. Okay. Do it tier 2. So get it down to around here. Just kind of make a zigzag line to kind of indicate that it's supposed to be soft. Probably do it around here too. And it's probably going to be a lot more blending with this section. Instead of like how I did it for the tentacles, which were relatively simple actually. Okay. So blend. Okay. Hold on, I need to check the color history real quick. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering where my previous colors went. Because I couldn't see them, but it's just because I was scrolled down. Because as I said before, I know I'm going to need them again later, so yeah. Okay. So get this darker color in. Okay. So, yep, and get this too. Yeah, sorry, I might be a bit quieter. It's, nothing too crazy is going on right now. So, yeah. Okay. So let's get this dark area now. Okay. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I played around with Blender a little bit earlier this week. I think it was yeah, I was back on Monday because I was technically supposed to do the sketch back on Monday, but guess who didn't? As per usual. But yeah. And basically made a new body. Yeah, I showed everyone. Yep. Just happened to forget. Okay, let's get the edges to this tentacle real quick. And should probably start filling it in. Actually, yeah. Get a little bit of the blue in here, then we can, because I almost forgot that section. Okay. You know, I think this week I've started to think about like potentially like a no mic stream here and there. Not sure who would be interested, but I don't know. I feel like it's not really busy here anyways. Yeah. Okay, let's spread a little bit of this up here. Spread a little bit of this down here. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I've been there's been moments where I've been in a little bit of a funk, I'll be real with you guys. Just not really as enthused about stuff. That's just hard to keep up the energy sometimes. Okay. Anyways, let's get these marks down here. Get these marks up here. Kinda throw some of this down here. Throw some of this up here. Okay. And it should start blending pretty soon. So, oh my god, my back. My back has been really bad lately. Oh. Okay. Okay. So let's blend this out. Okay. Okay. So yeah, just trying to blend out this little section right here. Try to get that done. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, hopefully this looks alright by the end of it. Kind of messing with some very tight spaces. Very tight spaces indeed. Okay. So blend it out. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I just gotta shrink my smooth watercolor brush and just kind of come back in. Okay. Admittedly, this section is a bit harder than I anticipated. Just trying to just jump around the spaces. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't color this part in yet, because oh, it's quite the struggle. Okay. Okay. I need to push down this lighter color too. Okay. Man, I can't wait to repeat this process with the hair. Oh man. Of course, I think the hair would probably just be easier in general, but yeah. Okay. Oh man. Okay. So let's just get on with it, folks. And I'm just gonna do the very, I think I'm just gonna do the very tippy top as dark right now, because usually there's a lot of glowy bits here anyway. So, just get these dark areas in. Okay. So get this in. Also should save, because it's been a while. Oops. Okay. And honestly, I probably won't do what I did with the bell here, just because it's it'll be a bit too much. So I'm just gonna put in these base colors for the time being and just kind of blend it out during the blending stage, because I think that's a better idea. Okay. Maybe add a little bit of darkness back here, though. Okay. Doo-doo. Oh, not done yet, not done yet. Okay. So we got that. Oh, nope, not yet. Still not yet. Okay. Should probably, get this too. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna mix in some another shade here. So, screw this gradient. Okay. Okay, no, blend it back out. Blend it back in. Okay. Or when I'm doing the blending stage. Alright, so let's get those colors that I had beforehand for the tentacles, and I'll just do the the head tentacles soon. Or now, like right now. Okay, and check my reference. And I feel like less of these are actually the blue parts. Basically, the purple's more prevalent for this area. Okay. So yeah. Honestly, probably should mix more of the blue in anyways. Okay. We're getting there, everyone. Eventually. Eventually. So we fit this in. Okay. Should be fine. Hopefully, maybe. Oh, my back. I'm just gonna mix in a little bit of the background color real quick. Mostly at the core shadow. Hold it. Go ahead and blend it out a bit earlier. Okay. Yeah. Because, as I said before, I think technically his entire body is supposed to be like slightly transparent. But obviously part of it is more transparent than the rest. Or more opaque than the rest, more, you know, who cares? Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay. Let's get this bright pink back. So, try to remember how far this goes down. It goes down a tiny bit past the spur things. Honestly, should probably mix in a bit of the pink here too. Yeah. So, not so much that it's like the exact same color as or hue. The exact same hue as the eyes, because I want these to stick out the most. But enough to kind of match it a little bit, you know? Okay. But yeah, let's get to this part then. Okay, mark out how far you want it. Okay. 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 All right. Checking the time. It's almost time for the second break, actually. So, how much coffee do I have left? I should get to finishing this soon, so, like really soon, so I can just make more during the break. Okay. Wish me luck, everyone. I mean, it's almost to the point to being cold, so yeah, let's, I do want to get this drink pretty fast, or drunken. Okay. But yeah, real quick. Make the base to these glowy parts a bit darker. Just so when I come back with the actual glow, it looks a bit brighter, I guess. Yeah. Alright. I mean, I did get pretty far with the last piece, so... I don't know. I don't know why I brought that up. I was just thinking to myself. But yeah, I was working on my art in like someone's Discord server just because I wanted to show the process still, but I didn't really want to feel obligated to talk, so you know, I just wanted to do it like very casually. That's basically what the goal was. But yeah, I ended up being in there for a lot longer than I meant to. Tried sketching tried doing today's sketch in there, but didn't quite pan out, I don't think. I was too tired to really come up with anything good. Okay. But I guess a bit on a side note, I do kind of want to do a few paintings in the style, so there might be a, yeah. I want to draw this dude, basically. Okay, but anyways, let's just get some of the coloring here real quick, so make his lips sort of this bluish color is sort of basically the unifying shade. I also forgot to give him his eyelid. Whoops. Maybe I can add that in later, hopefully, maybe. Okay. So, sorry, I'm just blending it out. Probably could have mentioned that. But yeah, I usually like to have different tones in the face, rather than just having it flat. Having it be flat, I guess. Okay. But yeah, it's probably gonna be mixed in a bit further still. Probably. Yeah. That's probably for the blending stage anyway. Still, let's add some purple. Maybe more of this dark blue, actually. Okay. Add a little bit to the eyebrow, too, so it doesn't get buried. Okay. You know, I can probably add more of the magenta color in later on to the background, I mean to say. Okay. Okay, I think I managed to finish my coffee up. I just blurred these two lines in the background just because I thought they'd look a bit better. But yeah. Okay, so I think when I'm back from the break, I'm gonna start adding more of the shadows in here. And then eventually we should be able to merge everything together, so. Also, hello, Dami. This looks beautiful, thank you, and... Oh, thanks. And popping in real quick, I see. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I'm just kind of working on this. I forgot to actually add this tone, but... just a fair warning, there is an ad break hitting, so... I'm actually going to be getting more coffee by then, but... Love that turn. Yep. Thank you. But hopefully I'm not gone for too long. But yeah, I thought thought I'd tell you since he just popped in. But yeah, the ad's coming in like less than a minute, so I just gotta quick. Gotta work. But yeah, so this art piece here is actually supposed to be inspired by Frutiger Aero, which is a aesthetic movement that's gotten popular, or like kind of been trending for like a couple years, I guess. But for me, I feel like I just heard about it pretty recently, or like relatively recently. So I thought I'd do some art pieces inspired by that. That's actually why I've been working on this jellyfish guy. But yeah, so planning on doing a few more pieces with this style. But yeah, so how's your day going, by the way? Sorry. I think the ads are hitting. I'm sorry. I'll continue talking when I get back, but okay. Okay, I think nope, that's messy. Sorry. Okay. Okay, but yeah, I'll be back pretty soon, so. Alright, I'll see you. I salute. And BRB. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I feel like Okay, I feel like I've been gone a bit longer than was necessary. You know, it always feels like I need to take a bunch of time to just make a single cup of coffee, but, you know, I made it back, so, okay. But yeah, I hope your hope your morning has been okay. I didn't really do anything too exciting today, just took a little bit longer for me to get up, but, I think I fell asleep at a relatively normal-ish time, so I guess there's that. Yeah. Not as absurdly late. But yeah, I definitely probably should have done a bit better though, still. Like, I fell asleep around midnight, so... Because I got this piece done, and then thought I'd relax and, like, listen to some music, but I guess the music's always a trap, because... Yeah, I think that's what kept me up. Sorry about that. But yeah, at least I'm not, like, dead tired like I was yesterday. You know, like, I feel like I can function on a basic level. But yeah, basically I ended up finishing up the final sketch. Well, not entirely finished, but I got most of it finished before stream. And yeah. But yeah, so anyways, I am getting to work on the basic shading here, so if anyone's wondering what I'm trying to do right now. And technically the light source is coming from below him, so yeah, I'm just adding this shadow color to a lot of the areas that should be getting covered in shadow. And I'm trying to be a bit careful so I don't have to stress out about it later, but yeah. And this, I'm aiming for like another relatively clean art piece. Of course, that's probably gonna fall apart by the end, like it did for the art piece I did last Tuesday, but, you know, just something that's kind of a little bit refreshing feeling. But yeah. So I'm just gonna get the basic colors down here. Okay. Okay. So doing this, kind of marking out the edges. Okay. I might also need to, maybe not right now, but later on I'm probably going to need to brighten some of the shadow areas again. It probably won't be too big of a deal. I'll just do it as I can probably do it as I'm blending it out, maybe. I don't know. Could also come in with the overlay layer before the great merging. Okay. Oops, too messy. Okay. So just gotta get the rest of this done. Okay. Okay. Yes, gonna be a tiny bit of shadow over here. Well, maybe not. I think on the very edge it'll be slightly shadowed or slightly darker, but yeah, I think This part right here is going to be more shadowed. Oh boy, okay. Sorry, I know it's probably not the most exciting thing, but it's just one of those sections that needs a little bit more concentration. Be just a bit more careful, you know? Just a bit. Just a bit. Hopefully, I hope you guys can hear me. Try to be a little... Hope I'm not speaking too softly. Yes, okay. Or that my mic is muted again. Thankfully it's not, I just checked. Okay. Okay. Just make the edge here a bit darker. Okay. So bring down this color. And of course I'm gonna need to like lower the opacity later on. Just right now I'm kind of working with the really darker shades. Okay. Especially since this guy doesn't really have the strongest palette or anything. Or not the most opaque. Whatever you say. Whatever we're supposed to say, I guess. Okay. Okay, this is the darker part. And this little area too that's supposed to be darker. Okay. Okay. Oops. Let's get in a bit deeper. Okay. Flip the canvas. Okay. So I'm just getting the little thingamabobs right here. I don't know what to call these. Like the head of the oral arms or something. Okay. Yeah, let's actually start working on the torso a bit more. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yeah, sorry. I don't have much anything interesting to say today. Because I've just been so worn out. I think on Wednesday I was just I took a late nap and just kind of like a very long nap. Stayed up for a little bit and then not really even for a little bit, just stayed up too late again. Then went back to sleep. Then Thursday I went to Grandma's house. Then tried to force myself to stay up later so I can hopefully just go to sleep earlier. And that sort of helped a bit. Okay. But yeah. Okay. Okay, so there's some shading on the torso. I actually need to work on the face too. So flip. Of course, gotta account for it and all. Huh. Yep. Okay. Get the ears. Okay. Bottom of the nose, of course. Get a little bit, a little bit of the edge of the face here. I'm going to be very soft, so it's stays separated from the neck. Okay. Very, very gentle. Very, very careful. Very, very careful. Do. Okay. 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 Maybe add a little bit more shading to this area over here. A little bit of shading to the shoulder. Okay. Maybe this back tentacle too. Okay. Gonna take a drink. Ugh. Okay. Of course, gotta remember, lower the opacity so it doesn't look so weird. Okay. He actually like lowered it quite a bit more. It's not the pretty shade. Actually, you know what? There's probably a better way. Hold on. To unclip that. That's not what I wanted. Sorry. Keep hitting the vector layer. I don't want a vector layer. I'm gonna make this yeah, a much brighter color. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks better, honestly. I think that looks better. So anyways, let's actually add some color to this sketch. Like, what I mean is like the lines of the sketch actually. Okay, it's not turning out as nice as I hoped. Just want to like lighten up some of the areas here. So mostly like the bell, I think. Yeah, the bell and then the hair, because they're very transparent compared to the rest of the body. Yeah, maybe maybe not. I know it caused me a bit of stress last time I tried that, but I was gonna say like lighten up the end of the tentacles, but you know what? Probably not today. But yeah. Okay, it should be fine, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and select everything for the character. Just gonna go ahead and merge it all. So yeah, now it's all just one layer. Gonna check the browser real quick. Okay. Okay. Just making sure things aren't templating. Sorry. Okay, that's it. Okay, sorry. Just taking a little moment for myself, you know? Back to OBS. Okay. Hopefully it's looking alright. Let's name the layer real quick. So, going to name it, yeah, let's just call it Flow, because that's the name I'm giving him for now. Okay. But yeah, so let's go ahead and, oops. Okay, I wanted to blend it out with the wet leaf blender. So yeah, it's blending time. Not the program, of course. Okay. So just gonna blend it all out. Oh god. Huh, sorry. Thought I heard something concerning. You guys don't have to worry about it though. Okay. Okay. So I think both of my new amaryllis plants are starting to sprout. One of them is like definitely starting to sprout. I actually noticed the leaves, or like a new leaf popping out when I was potting it like a week ago. But the other one, I think I noticed something coming out of the end of the bulb, so that's kind of exciting. But yeah, I kind of fell in love with that type of flower. It's very nice. Oops. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So let's blend this section out. Okay. So we got these. Okay. Okay. So we got that. Let's shade out this darker area real quick. Kind of blending it out. Gonna keep this other edge on the sharper side, of course. So let's carefully blend this out. Try to keep this light section and this darker section separated for now, but I'll probably smooth them both out a bit later on. Okay. I mean, this is like a very rounded plane, or very rounded shape, so it's gonna... Yeah, I do need to like make sure the edges here are soft, or like the shadow edges at least. Okay. 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 Actually, I might go ahead and blend it out a touch. So just make it a lot softer. Okay. But yeah, it's definitely a different trying to work with a light source from below. Of course, with my character here being upside down, it's not really that much of a jump. Okay. But yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and start drinking my coffee then. It's still pretty hot from the feel of the from my hands, but you know, it's worth giving it a sip probably, maybe, hopefully. Yeah. Okay, wish me luck. After I do this. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Sorry a second. Okay, let's take a sip. No, nope, no. Gotta fix this. Okay. 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 So just gotta blend this part out. Okay. You know, when I was taking my break, I was thinking that I still need to like plan out my winter piece, because I did get a seasonal piece for the rest of the seasons, but I haven't gotten a proper winter piece out, so. Oh god, damn it. Okay. Like I've gotten oh my god, please. I've gotten a few. Of course, I've gotten a few Christmas pieces out, but yeah, I need like an actual winter piece. I don't know, I just I mean, it took me a while to get summer out, but yeah, it's just I look outside and it's like, ugh. Every time I look at the snow, I don't know, just getting tired of the crappy driving conditions and having to scrape off my car. At least I don't work outside anymore, though. You know, it was freaking cold outside yesterday. It's like, ugh. Even like being inside of the store, it was like really cold. Because there was like a bunch of doors for the shipping trucks, and they're not really temperature controlled, so a lot of the cold air would get in. Definitely wasn't comfortable. Okay. But yeah. Alright. So anyways, let's just get this, continue the blending. Okay. So blend this out. Okay. Okay. Yep. I got this. Got this. Okay. Just try to be careful. Okay. By the way, I am technically aiming for 4 hours, but... So, I'm not sure if I'll go on for that long, but I don't know, I'm just... it depends on what happens on the stream. Sorry, I'm just very low energy today, so... Yep, a little heart. Tired? Just a bit. I don't know, I've just been kind of gloomy lately, so it's not really anything too serious or anything. It's just sometimes it's hard not to be in a little bit of a funk. Ah, damn, make sure to get some rest after. Yeah. Hopefully I should be okay. But yeah, there's definitely times when I'm just tired, so hopefully I can at least like you know, remember to have my beer and stuff. But yeah, maybe after stream I will like lie down. Of course, at the same time, I know that I felt a bit, sort of felt the same way a bit on my Tuesday stream. That's more because of the sleeping issues, but I did actually feel more energized at the later end of the streams. But yeah, just been a little bit weird a little bit weird this past week, so. Yep. A little snooze emoji. That's a cute emoticon, or emoji, by the way. Actually, I did oh, it's available now. Sorry, hold on. It's not showing me it. I finally got a new emoji now, so a little Angie emoticon. Okay, try to close. Okay. Yes, yep. So yeah, I need to actually like fill out my slots because I have been procrastinating that. Very cute, thank you. But yeah, so I should have all the static emotes for the level 1 subscribers done, but I may as well get a couple more emotes for the higher levels, even though I doubt anyone's actually gonna sign up for those. But yeah, it'd be nice to have them available. So honestly, I think I'm like the main person using my emoticons anyway, so yeah. But yep, should be nice being able to use that in other people's streams, which is kind of the main reason why I wanted those. Kind of the main reason why I wanted my little emotes anyway, so. Thank you for reminding me, yep. Yeah, I wish I honestly knew how to animate, because so I can just do the little animated emotes. But man, I just it's just kind of hard to get into it. I know technically I can like learn, but there's like a lot of stuff that I still need to learn, so yeah, I still don't know how to really edit videos or anything, so I think that's kind of my bigger goal that I'm gonna probably start doing in February. Oh, hey, did you sub? No, sorry. I didn't show that I subbed, like, no notification. Oh, uh-oh. Yeah, it's not showing it on the activity feed either. Huh. That's kind of unfortunate. But thank you for the sub, Dami. I appreciate it. Ugh. Oh, sorry, stretching. But yes, the little emotes. Like, grr. What's wrong with you, Twitch? But yeah, I hope you have fun with the emotes. Okay. Anyways, yeah. Rage. Twitch, how dare you? Yeah, we're just gonna yell at Twitch or something. I mean, I'm the one that's probably yelling at Twitch, but yeah. Yep, and the little dead fish, of course. Got the little Viridian Tired, which I don't really use that much. Honestly, I don't really feel that attached to that one. I am too. You deserve confetti and all the fun stuff, thank you. I really love the colors of this piece. Thanks. Yeah, I've been messing around with a lot of blues lately, so. Well, specifically for this character. But yeah, I've been trying to do a lot of work with this guy, so. Because I don't know if I told you this yet, but I've been trying to, or if I mentioned this already, I'm trying to like mess with trying to make an art piece that's like vaguely inspired by Frutiger Aero. So of course it's like pretty different from the actual art movement, because I think that's more of a graphic design thing, and rather than like a actual illustration and stuff. But I thought it looked kind of cool, so trying to like incorporate like the flowy lines and sort of the cleaner look and a lot of the transparency, so that's why I kind of went for a jellyfish character. But yeah, I'm planning on doing a few pieces in this kind of in this sort of nature, and then I'll probably move on to something else. Nice, thank you. Yep.
This is where your story begins.
Yeah. Also, I just heard my cat meow. Like, where the hell where is she, actually? She's probably under the bed. Okay. But yeah, technically this piece is still pretty different from that, but you know, I just wanted to play with the style. Maybe I can like try doing an art piece that's actually like deeper into that look. But yeah, it's mostly been messing with the oceany look in general, because I was playing Final Fantasy X, and I think that game kind of put me in a little bit of a tropical mood in general, so I've been wanting to make art that kind of has that refreshing feeling. You totally should, yeah. Yep. But yeah, so far it's more so been like this deep sea kind of a vibe, so yeah, just play with different aesthetics and stuff. Yeah, I don't normally like work with tropical looks either, so it's kind of it's definitely more experimental for yours truly. But yeah, try to do all this flowy stuff and then just try to randomly shove a winter piece into. Experimenting is always good, yeah. Yep. Gotta try new things every once in a while, kinda wakes up your mind. Yep, okay. Wake up the brain, try to give you a better understanding of what you're doing, more options, and yep. Yeah, I'm thinking that I need to like study again too, so I was trying to read my I don't know if you were here when I was talking about it, but I was trying to read through one of the chapters in my rendering book, and it kind of felt like I realized I forgot what a lot of those words mean, so like, of course I have a guess, but yeah, I need to like go back and just reread the book in general, I think, because I was just mostly focusing on the one chapter that kind of talks about like transparency and whatnot. So yeah, I need to just take some time and kind of read through it, take some notes too. But yeah, I realize it's been a really long time since I read it. Sometimes reading it a few times helps, yeah. I know that taking notes will help me, like, remember things better too, because, you know, the act of writing things down, that kind of helps keep it in your head. But yeah, it's going to be for a little bit later, so either later tonight or on a Monday, so yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's how I study, yep. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's technically I was supposed to study. I just haven't really been great about studying in general lately, so yeah, it's just gotta work on that kind of stuff. But yeah, I've always been kind of a fan of like glass and transparency stuff, like transparent object. Well, I guess maybe not glass in general, but like iridescent things too. Sort of a more so like thinking of like crystals and stuff rather than actually glass. But of course, I'm also thinking about like Tiffany glass as well. So, but that's like more semi-opaque and iridescence rather than just a normal glass. Yes, love that stuff. Yep. Yeah, it's super pretty. But yeah, basically just gotta like draw out all the like shinies and whatnot. All the pretty things. Yeah. Alright, took a sip of my water, or coffee finally. Just realized I've been like holding it that entire time. Okay. Maybe not the entire time, but it was just a little too hot earlier. Okay, but anyways, let's just get the ears shaded. Yeah, gotta have that coffee. Yep, always gotta have that coffee. Always. But yeah, admittedly, that's why my breaks tend to take a long time, because I gotta make the coffee. Obviously not super long, but it takes a while. 7 to 8 minutes. Okay. Your breaks are shorter than mine, but I walk my doggo. Yeah, that's true. I'm kind of just like doing some basic needs, so usually I get more fluids. I get more, use the little ghost room and all that, and get snackages. Yep, snackages. That's funny. Real quick, yeah. I mean, I gotta fill that belly and all that. Yep, little macaroons. The macaroons. Okay, but yeah. Okay. So, starting to blend out the face. Okay. Okay. But yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm being a little bit quiet again. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna end it at 3 hours. I just feel out of it, so that's why I was thinking about. I don't know, I thought I could do longer today, but I think I'm just gonna take it a bit easier today. Of course, no worries. I ended early yesterday too. Yeah. 3 hours is good. Yeah, that's true. It's a fair enough length. It's just that I usually try to aim for maybe like closer to 4 hours, so. But at the same time, I do kind of want to take more time to kind of think things through, I guess. I don't know, maybe if I have the energy, rather than studying the book, maybe I can like look into the editing, or like look into learning editing software or something. Because I really do just need to like push myself into figuring out video making, because I've been I keep saying I want to do that and then just not do it. I did like manage to remember to put on my time lapse for this video, for this art piece, so I can like discuss it and stuff. Yeah, thinking about it now, I know I was originally like planning to do that one piece I tried to do in November, and that piece like looks so bad that I just like gave up on it. I just kind of like stick through with it. I kind of go through with it. Like there were good parts of that one piece, but I didn't like the face at all, so that's why I kind of stopped. Yep, okay. But yeah. Okay. It happens, yeah. Not every piece can land. I do think this one piece might come out better though, but yeah. Yeah, I think this one just needs work. Okay. Alright. So I just gotta blend this. I'm trying to be careful with the abs. I don't know. I just kind of, honestly, he's not really supposed to be jacked anyways, but I guess I'm giving him abs anyway. I don't know, this guy was never like athletic. Plus he's just a jellyfish now, so he just kind of floats around. Yeah, I don't really know how his physiology is entirely supposed to work, but yeah, just checking out the. Yeah, I don't know. It's like when I was sketching it, I thought it looked kind of nice, so I'll keep it kind of nice and soft, and then just kind of worry about it later. Yeah, just try not to chisel it out too much. Good God. Okay. I thought I used my prompt sub, but it's not showing up on the latest sub either. Is there a glitch in the matrix? Weird. Was the angry emoji for subs? It is. If so, then I know it worked. I see. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on, but maybe it did work. I guess I'm gonna try to check the... I know someone like gave out some... Oh yeah, it worked. Sorry. I see another subscriber point, so it probably did work. Nah, don't worry about it. It's fine. Yeah, I can't really check if someone specific is subbed, but it does look like it went up, so... Oops, and I angled this on accident. Okay. But yeah, it's a little bit concerning that my little Twitch alerts didn't work. Really should have. Yep, little heart. Oops. Okay. Alright, but anyways, I'm just currently working on the tentacles. Okay. Actually, I want to smooth out the shadow too. And I'm going to save as well, because I have not done that for a while. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think today's just going to be a lot of shading. Or a lot of blending, I should say. Okay, okay. Just gonna soften this part. Okay. Sorry, I'm just kind of checking out the general look. Kind of want to drag this darker color up a bit. Okay. And another sip of coffee. I think I just need a little moment to kind of like chill out. The lid wasn't on properly. Okay. Don't think I... Oh, I still spilled. Dang it. It's better than the last time, because I spilled like coffee all over myself last Friday. Got very upset. Was a very, very unhappy ghost. Okay. Oof, I would too, yeah. Yeah, it was the hand cam stream too, so that part was very stressful. Okay. Was it hot coffee? It was, but I don't think I hurt myself, so hold on. By the way, there's an ad break coming in 5 minutes, so yeah. It's like, my shirt! But yeah, I didn't hurt myself, so it probably wasn't really too hot. But yeah. Probably more like warm coffee. But yeah, so a fair warning, there's another ad break coming and less than 5 minutes. I'll take a moment to just get more, I'll take a moment to get more water and then I'll come back. So, yeah. I guess since I'm a little bit cooked though, I'm just gonna, oops, don't want to show that. I wanted to show you my, some of the stuff I'm taking inspiration from, so. Okay. Oh, good, yep. Just thought it looked kind of cool. But yeah, this is the art style that I'm kind of taking some inspiration from, so. Obviously, like, a lot of the stuff is much more, Maximal list. Maximum. I can't speak. It's definitely a lot crazier than what I'm doing, but I'll probably add a bit more detail into my artwork, but yeah, I just wanted to play with something a bit more visually interesting. Reminds me of Lisa Frank, yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to be in sort of like graphic design style that was prominent in the around the late or just general 2000s, and then maybe a little bit later. But yeah, obviously my artwork here isn't really this chaotic, but yeah. Okay. Sorry. Man. Okay, let's just go back to OBS then. 2 minutes. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna... I guess I'll work on the tentacles a little bit more. Sorry, I just feel like I need that water. But I can't hydrate. I can't. There's no water. I see all the water, but there is no water. At least until I get up. Okay. I think I'll leave it a minute early. Just just have a little moment to myself, so yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll blend out this section. Okay. You don't anyone anything, self-care is number one. That's fair enough. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off for my break, so I'll be back soon. So yeah, I'll see ya. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Okay, see ya. Don't owe anyone. Okay, I have to restart my computer and get ready for it to make tacos. Oh, look, though. Okay. Sorry I was gone for so long. I was just, got a little bit distracted, but, thank you for coming, Dami. Hopefully your day goes well. I will be just working... I'll just continue my work here, and then I'll... As I said before, I'll end around the 3-minute... or 3-hour. So yeah, yep. Sorry, I'm like so fried now. Okay. But yeah, I guess the little break ended up being a bit longer than anticipated. Whew. Was he even making coffee then? Sorry, everyone. Okay, but yeah, so pretty sure the rest of the stream is just going to be blending anyway. Okay. You know, I'm also thinking, like, I wonder what I should do for the 1 year, for my 1-year anniversary, because that's coming in pretty close. Yeah, it's coming in like 2 weeks, actually. I should probably think that through. Really should think of something. Okay. Okay. Like, should I draw my OC? I mean, I already draw him a lot, so it's not really our persona, I should say. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking about like follower chibis, so like just jelly bean chibis for my followers. Is for any follower might be in, and do like a little raffle thing. And just kind of, it's like, oh yeah, you win a little prize, woohoo! Okay. Okay. Yep, that is all I got so far. Maybe I can do it like maybe I can do that one night and then or like one day of the week, and then on like the other art day I can like probably work on a bigger piece or something. I don't know. I know it's not going to be the exact day because pretty sure I have it work. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have to go to work on the exact day, so I'll do it for the week. Because I doubt I'll be able to do anything quite like that. Or like, I know it's going to be a lot messier around my affiliate versary, which I feel like more people do their affiliate versary. But yeah, I don't think I can do that because both Art Fight and my birthday is happening around that time. Yeah, especially my birthday. It's I actually hit affiliates like 2 days after my birthday, so yeah, it's gonna have to be a little bit away. But anyway, so that's a summer problem. That's like half a year away. Okay. Let's flip the canvas again. Yeah, I think I was supposed to be working on the face here, so just, let's go ahead and blend it out again. Probably account for a little bit of this cheekbone right here. Just carefully shade. Well, not really shade, but carefully blend. Blend. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm just blending out some of the eyes here. So Let's do the eyebrows as well. Okay. I'm actually gonna... So since his body's actually supposed to be kind of a weird material, I'm gonna actually lighten up the edges. So I think I did that for that other piece I did, but yeah. Didn't quite stick through with that, unfortunately. Okay. Actually, I probably should have blend out the edge here, so it's a bit more complicated just due to just because it's thin. Maybe not really complicated, but just gotta be a little bit careful, you know? Okay. Maybe do the one for the chest here too. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm being quiet, just kind of concentrating again, as per usual. Okay. 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 Probably smooth out the edge here. Okay. Should also add more shadow to the bottom part of the ribcage here. Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to think things through a bit more. Okay, so kind of soften the cast shadow from the neck right now, because I think that should be a bit thinner. Or wider, I guess. Wider and maybe a bit more diffused. So yeah, I altered that. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and soften this. It's probably too early for that part, but yeah, I just feel like it looked better. Yeah, not sure how I feel about that. Okay. Oh, there it is. Oh, little heart. Yeah, I guess it was just late. Huh. Wonder what that was about. Unless, like, you tried again or something. Huh. Well, thanks for the resubscription. That's kind of fun. It's kind of weird. Okay. But yeah. So I'll be streaming for maybe another 15 minutes, and then I'm just gonna raid out, so yeah. Yep. Anyways, just may as well work more on these tenta arms I'm just gonna call them tenta-arms. I think most people see these and think tentacles, though they're technically not tentacles, but I don't know. I don't know how many people really care. Okay. But yeah. Okay. So, probably how about I just take this color right here and I'm gonna darken this one a little bit. Okay. Oh. Okay. So let's darken this too. Yeah, I guess I didn't spend too much time on this area because technically there should be this like area right here should be like white, but I forgot to color it in, so I'm just gonna worry about that later. But yeah. Okay. But anyways, let's just go ahead and work on this further. Okay. Okay. Yeah, basically it's supposed to be this kind of white color, at least for now. Around closer to the post-processing area time, I'll make it even lighter so it kind of looks like it's glowing. Because he is a bioluminescent jellyfish. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so I guess when I post this on Blue Sky, like not the whip, but the final piece, I'm gonna have to write down a basic description of the story. I couldn't really concentrate when I first posted the other piece on Blue Sky, but on Kara I did like write a little sentence, so yeah, I was a little bit distracted. But I just wanted to get that posted before it was too late into the night, you know? But yeah. Yep. Okay. So just blend this out. It's very, very exciting portion of the art. Okay. Alright, blend this out. Yeah, I'll try to do as much as I can before the end of before the next 10 minutes ends. Probably just vibe out to this music, so you know, when I work on this character, I like to listen to some more like breakcore. So I was blasting a playlist I found last Tuesday, at least for a while, but then I'm starting to get a little bit tired of the playlist because I've just been listening to it on repeat. It's more of a issue with me than the music itself. But yeah, I need to like make a proper playlist for myself. Not for stream, but like off-stream playlist. I tend to listen to more music videos and in all honesty. Okay. Alright, let's take a sip of my coffee. It should be cooling off a lot now. Especially considering that it's been like sitting around for an hour and a half. Oh crap, actually. Okay. Also, I'm trying to blend out these darker areas first, so because the way the lights would be hitting these tentacles is would be, of course, be a bit different because it's being, you know, because it's turning around in different directions rather than staying flat. So yeah. Okay. Okay. You know, I guess the progress today isn't too bad. I feel like I slowed down a lot after I got things merged together, but it's turning out alright. Of course, it's always a bit slower when I'm trying to, you know, blend things out. Yeah. Just kind of how it is. Just gotta be careful not to slather all the colors around mindlessly, you know? Gotta be conscious of like the different planes and the areas. Okay. But yeah, admittedly with this piece I am a little bit nervous about all the open space. I'm not used to having the, you know, the camera being zoomed away from the character. It's usually actually, I'm used to having the view kind of close in, so this, honestly, on that basis alone, this is quite a ways out of my comfort zone, so I do hope it turns out, or it kind of comes out alright. Me either, but it's cool to try new things, yeah. Yep, thank you. Yep. Just a natural part of art, to try out new things. Okay, let's make the end of this tentacle a bit darker. Good to be experimental. But yeah, I am probably going to need to get more detail into this piece later on, so we'll see how that goes later. But yeah, I do think I need to like rust up first before I really use my head. Okay, hold on. Maybe I can like add a little bit more of light areas here and there. That might... I can't believe I didn't think of this. Can't believe I forgot what lighting means. Okay. Actually, now I'm thinking like, what was I doing? Well, I guess I was keeping the details pretty simple. I don't want to go too hard with the basic lighting, but yeah, it'd probably help things pop out just a bit more. So, yeah, try to make this part a bit lighter. Okay. Yeah, that is making it pop out, actually. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's get some lighting over here. Lighting over here. But yeah, I'm going very soft with it, just honestly, high contrast light and shadows feels a little bit off for this guy. At least until At least before the little effect comes in, you know? But yeah. Okay. But yeah, I am kind of just throwing in some this lighter shade. Okay. Let's get some. Let's get a little bit over here. Okay. Okay. Do a little bit for the face too. Especially for the tip of the nose. It should actually be lighter. Okay. I never added color for the sclera actually. Oops. Gonna make the entire area here a bit lighter. Okay, hold on. I can get it done properly. Okay. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot those. Well, I guess I can believe that I forgot the sclera. Oops. Okay. Okay. Well, first, a little bit of lighting here. Okay. Okay. Well, we're almost at the 3-hour mark, so I think now is about the time to just kind of call it for today. So sorry I couldn't go on for as long today, but I just don't quite have the same energy as I honestly don't normally have a lot of energy in general, but okay. So who should I target today? Gonna see. Oh, Chris is streaming right now, so they're another merman lover, so I haven't seen them stream in a long time, so I feel like I've just been missing their streams in general, so yeah, I'm gonna they don't seem to be joining the merman right now, but may as well come in and say hi. So yeah, it was nice seeing you all today, and I hope you have a good night / afternoon. But yeah, so you know what? Just I almost forgot there's a little oh, wait. Oh, and I guess they have subs only chat for some reason. Maybe not if that's the case. Sorry, Chris. I won't be able to chat in their stream is the thing. Okay. Just kind of looking around at this point. Okay. Yeah, no one seems to be around for some reason. Come on. And I'm also looking specifically for art streamers. Oh, hey. Jay's going on. You know what? Oh, there's... we can go to Jay. So sorry, Jay is like something. I should throw somewhere. Like they're a really cool person. Just they're still in the starting stream screen. So because they've been streaming for like 1 minute already, but yeah, I'll just go ahead and pop in there. So okay. But yeah, once again, thank you everyone for coming, and hopefully I should be back this Tuesday, so. But yeah, so I'll be continuing my art piece right here, of course. But yeah, I hope to see you all again next week, and have a good night, and let's raid.